What is going on, Timberwolves fans? I am Tyrus, back again with episode number 6 of Timberwolves Today. It is August 6th when I'm recording this. It'll be August 7th when you guys watch it. Not a lot of news happening. Very quiet. Very, very quiet in terms of Timberwolves stuff. We're getting a couple preseason games. We're getting some more hype around the jerseys that we're going to see. The roster's pretty set. We haven't signed any more players. We haven't cut anyone or done any more two-way deals. It's pretty quiet, except for one thing. And that is Anthony Edwards' birthday. His birthday was a couple days ago now. I missed it at the time. You know, I was busy myself, but I was planning to talk to you guys about it on this one. So here we are. Anthony Edwards is 24 years old. 24. He's played 5 whole seasons in the NBA. This is his 6th one coming up. He was only 18 when we got him, which, like, it's crazy how far he's come in just 5 years. He's a year, almost 2 years younger than myself, and he's carried an entire franchise into a better place. Here's some quick stats on Anthony Edwards. He's been a 3-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA. He's first in three-pointers made in Timberwolves franchise history, passing guys like Cat, KG, etc., etc. First in playoff points in Timberwolves history, passing KG. Third in points in all-time Timberwolves history. That's nuts, in 5 seasons with the Wolves. Third in steals in Timberwolves history. 6th in assists. Try to comprehend that. 5 seasons with the team, and he's already going to be our best player of all time. I'm ready to put him past KG. I see a lot of debating on that matter. You know, people being like, oh, he's not better than KG. He's not KG. No one will ever be KG again, correct. But he is a better player than KG. He just is. Now, have we surrounded him with a better team than KG? Definitely, I would say so. But at the same time, look at where he's come, and he hasn't gotten frustrated, and, you know, he wants to be in Minnesota. He keeps saying, I love Minnesota. I love being here. I love the team. I love the culture. I love the fans. KG never really felt like that. Like, it felt like he was always looking for a way out. So to me, 5 seasons with Anthony Edwards, dude, I'll take where he's at. We can only go up from here. If he's 24, that means we hopefully have at least like another decade with him of being like a generational player. Barring nothing horrible happens, knock on wood. I won't knock on my desk, rip the headphone users if I did. But I am happy with where Ant is, and I'm very excited to see where he goes. And speaking of Ant, there is, you know, his shoe release last year or 2 years ago now when it got released. Dude, it was like shoe of the year. It got the highest praise among players, fans, like everyone. The marketing behind it was genius by Adidas. I actually like love it. Like, I'm not a big basketball shoe guy anymore. I have been since the Kobe's and KD's were being worn with khaki joggers, you know? Like, back when that was in their prime, I was also doing the same thing. Like, that was style. Throw on those with a pair of Nike's Elites, and you were the coolest kid in school. So, Anthony Edwards having the type of year he was with his shoe, kids are wearing it out and about here in Minnesota like it's just a daily sneaker. It's wild. Throw that on with, like, the amount of times I've gone to another Twins game, supporting another team, they got on a Twins jersey and some white and blue, blue on blue, any color of Anthony Edwards that they could get their hands on with that and like a Buxton jersey. It's crazy. Like, Ant has transcended, you know, just a on-court shoe, having a really good on-court shoe, which is hard to do. You know, like, it's not easily done for a lot of guys. So can that first shoe be replicated? I don't know. We've seen some, you know, kind of rough guesses of what the new AE2 is going to look like. I don't know that I love it as much as the AE1. And that's kind of something Adidas struggles with. When they put out one good shoe, they think it means they have to change everything about that shoe before they put out a new one. Like, it doesn't even look like an AE anymore. They did the same thing to Donovan Mitchell when they put out the Spider Volume 1 or whatever they were calling it, Issue 1. I thought it was a great looking shoe. And then a year later, they put out the number 2, and it looks nothing like the first one. And as far as I know, it's gone downhill since. I don't want that to be Anthony Edwards. I want his second shoe to be just as good as the first one. I want it to perform as well. I'd love to see some more ankle support too. I'm a big ankle support guys when it comes to these things. Like, the amount of times Ant rolled his ankle and I was, you know, ready to just cash in the season we were going to be a lottery team. Yeah. So let's see a better AE2 than what we are thinking we're going to get. But let's see the marketing keep going. Ant loves it. He's a star, like he's already been in a Netflix movie. He's great in that. If you haven't seen Hustle on Netflix, highly recommend. Him and Adam Sandler is comedic, like it's genius. And shout out Willie Hernan Gomez. He's killer in that role too. Very good stuff. Back to a little bit more basketball talk and not shoot talk. I'm kind of curious to see what our bench will look like, not in terms of play, but in terms of, being, what's the right word here? Maybe relatable, like in prior years, like Josh Minot, Luka Garza. Oh, who else? Joe Ingles is still there. But, we had a couple other guys on the bench who wore like the bench spirit. Like it's gonna be weird. Like they started the whole pointing thing. Dasha Nix, they did the pointing thing that got like a shirt made out of it with a crunch on it. I have the shirt. I should have wore it today. But it's stuff like that where it's like this team's relatable. They're fun. The bench is fun. I'm not really sure how those guys are gonna mesh. We got a bunch of guys who are either very young in their career or they're veterans or just kind of random and they don't like they're not around the scene. Like we can kind of assume the guys who are going to be the new bench mob, if you will. It's going to be guys like Baron J, probably not Tristan Edwards. He's not even on the team anymore. Tristan Newton, Johnny Juzang, Joe Ingles, Leonard Miller, and Jesse Edwards. Probably Rocco Zakarski, like when he's coming back and forth between Iowa. Like it's going to be a lot of guys who are new to the team, so it's going to be on the guys, the so-called veterans of the team, maybe like TSJ and Jalen Clark, to be like, hey, this is how we behave on the bench. Like, this is what we do. We hype our guys up, and they keep the culture that was built by the guys before them. Because Luka Garza and Josh Minot and Dasha Nix, as horrible as a player he was, those three really built up our bench and definitely kept like spirits up when they could have easily just gotten down on themselves. So to me, that's a huge part of basketball, especially like with a young team. Like we're still a young team at heart. Like we've got a couple older veterans, but when your star player is 24 years old, you're still a young team in my eyes. That window is wide open, and a bench squad like we've had is important. So let's go, boys. Let's go, new guys. Like hop on, start pointing every time Ant dunks. Like he just kind of hits one of these right at the camera. I'm making sure I was pointing at you guys on my own camera here. But I think that's important. It is. It is. And now to get away from basketball talk to end today, is Target Center going to get an upgrade? Like it's been talked about since I was like going to college. Like 2018, it felt like Target Center's old. Target Center's small. Target Center has one of the worst viewing experiences. None of those are a lie, actually, if you're curious. Like, it is the smaller stadium. It's not very accessible. When you're sitting up way up there, I swear you're staring down, like directly down, just watching them. I've never seen that in any other stadium. Like, to get up, it feels like you're walking at like a 45-degree angle. It's a fine stadium, and it's right next to the Twin Stadium, which I love. If the Vikings had their stadium right next to it all, we'd probably have one of the better. We're a We're a four-sport city. We've got two of them, the Twin Cities technically, but the Wild are in St. Paul. The Vikings are downtown Minneapolis on the other side of Minneapolis, and the Twins and Timberwolves are obviously connected at Target and Target Field and Target Center. So I don't want to see them move away from Target Center. Like I like the location in terms of like accessibility in that, but like getting in there isn't easy, like to your seat, and it just needs an upgrade. Like I've seen other stadiums. I like the Magic's new stadium I got to go to in 2022 when Mo Bamba dropped 30 points on us. It's a beautiful stadium. I'd been to the old one too, like before they had upgraded it. and it was drastic. Like it was such a better viewing experience, like the scoreboard and all that. Like I just have a hard time viewing when I'm in Target Center. So I would love to see them make an upgrade and kind of it feel like they're giving back to the fans in that way when the fans have kind of supported the team a lot through good and bad, and now that we're in that good, let's start pouring into the community and making it a better experience. Especially like Target Center doesn't get a lot of the concerts either. Like if that's something they want to do, like it's a great way to make money. So let's give our good team a good arena. I like that plan. I do. That's really all I have for you guys today. Let's end today's video with tough one. Let's go Shabazz Muhammad today. I've got a signed picture of him over my shoulder. That's probably why I'm thinking of him. But that's all I got for you. As always, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Leave some comments on whatever I was talking about. Just rambling. And I will see you guys next time.